Good morning. Welcome to day 15 of the index card challenge. I want to use up some purple today. I wanted to use up the rest of my purple. It's left in there. I don't know why this is in the purple. Probably because there's a little bitty purple on there. Okay, I'm going to glue this down and then I'm going to see where it goes from there. I really enjoyed this card yesterday and I'd like to do something else like that, but I still really want to use up my scraps. So today I'm in the mood to finish up a bag. So let's just do this one and see what happens. I have a Americana Vivid Violet paint color out, and I am going to wet my paintbrush and dip it in the lid just to wet down the paint a little bit. I'm just gonna fill in the white areas a little bit. I'm gonna use stencil, and I pulled out two. One is Rough Grid by Kaisercraft and the other one Bamboo by Kaisercraft. And I've got two more paint colors. This is Anita's Crocus and this is Black Plum by Americana, which is one of my favorite colors. I have a couple favorite colors. I need a plate. Let's use that. And I'm gonna start with the light color, and I have a sponge that I will use to dab my paint on. I'm going to use the same sponge, different stencil, and different paint. I don't care if they blend. I put some Apple Barrel Lilac Dust paint on my plate, and I'm going to use the Gerber Daisy stencil from Plaid Folk Art and the same sponge. It's not bad, but I think I'm gonna leave my stencil in place here, and I'm gonna put some of this deep Midnight Blue by Americana on my plate. It'll mix with that purple, but it's okay. Okay, I like that. And then I think, well, I'm gonna dry this first. I think I wanna bring this heart shape in like that. I forgot to put the little circles in. I wanted to put those in, and I wanted them to be yellow, and I forgot to do that. So I'm just gonna put the stencil back down close to where it was. Same sponge, a little bit of yellow. Then I've just been putting the excess out on my paper that's next to me. See, I love that. I mixed that yellow with that blue, and I love that in there. I wonder if I can get it on here. So let's see what the heart looks like on here now. Not quite ready. I'm going to use this blue. It's called Sailing Sky. It's a Craft Smart blue. I'm going to use the same sponge. I don't care if all these colors blend. And I'm going to offset my stencil. Use the same stencil and offset it, and then go over this again and see what happens. We can always cover this. That's pretty. I like that. This will come in handy. I'm going to use a little bit of bright orange by Americana for the center. Still haven't cleaned my sponge. I like the color combinations and mixing. That wouldn't have happened without that blue on there. I like that. I'm going to dry this and then we'll test out our stencil. And what I want to do is take this stencil. This is a negative space of a heart die that I cut in a machine at a store a long time ago that used to let you come in and cut your own stuff with their dies, and you just paid for what you cut. And this is the negative space that I saved, and I want to place it down on my card in a location that I like. And then I want to take a pencil. Hopefully I'll be able to see it. Maybe I'll use the white. I'm going to use a white watercolor pencil just so I can see the line easier. I'm going to trace my heart. problem is this heart is not big enough. I want it bigger. So I'm going to make myself a template, then I'm going to lay it down and trace it, but I want the heart to come up here bigger. So what I can do with this marking that I did is take a wet brush, just go over it and wipe it away because it's just white watercolor. All right, so I'm gonna make a template and then I'll be back. I took a piece of deli paper and I took the same stencil that I had tried to use. I just traced it on my deli paper. And then I took my deli paper and I just sketched around larger, the size I wanted. And then I retraced it down with my watercolor pencil. We're kind of where we left off, except that the heart's bigger. I want to get rid of this background. I'm thinking I want it to be linen, because this is a color that's sort of in this heart that I would like to use. Let's just try. I'm gonna dry this and then I'll put a second coat if I need it. I took all the extra paint that was on my plate because I had way too much, and I just took the stencil and put it down on a sheet of paper and I cleaned all the paint into the stencil, and eventually I will start putting extra paint on it like these, and then this will have something on top of it and it'll be really cute. So this is a China marker, the white one, and I'm just gonna go around my heart, get a general idea if I want a border or not, and this kind of blends it in with the background. This is a black China marker. Maybe the Stabilo. I'm trying to decide what to put on here. I kind of want something on here along the edge. I still want this on there, but I'm not loving it at this point. So I have these papers in my box. I had to look through my scraps first. I didn't find anything I liked. Then I went to my box and I like these circles. So I might cut some of those out and see what they look like. And I like these little hearts on this page. So I might try to see what those look like. And I was gonna try this heart, but I don't think I want that on there. Although I think it would look cute. It would bring the pink from here to here. So I don't know, maybe we'll try it. But I wanna try a couple of these first. So I'm gonna cut these out. Kind of like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, well, I tried that, so maybe blue one. Let's try a blue one. I'll show you what I've been playing with. I've got the pink circles, which we decided in advance it wasn't gonna work because I really want round. And I could make this round, but it wouldn't be the right size. I like those, but they're not my choice. Then there's the blue, which I really liked. And then I cut these out, and I don't want to use those. We'll use those on something else, so those are a no. And then I cut out this, and I think I want to use this with this. So it's either going to be this or these blue ones. I need to change the background color though. It doesn't look like I thought it might. So I'm going to change the background color. I'm going to try this nickel azel gold. A little too bright for me. So that's a no. So maybe the nickel azel gold would be good. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not sure I like it. I may paint over it with white. I don't know. I'll give it a go. I'm gonna try to put copper on top of it and see what happens. I just want to tone it down a little bit. So the problem I'm running into is these paints I'm using are really slick, like shiny, and the inside of the heart is not. So I'm wondering if I made it shiny, if it would make me feel better. I'm gonna see what this looks like when it dries. In the meantime, I'm gonna take my stencil and I'm just gonna put the extra paint through my stencil. I'm going to put some gloss varnish on top of the heart itself and see if it helps me balance things out. I like this much better with the gloss on it. Now that the two are kind of shiny together, I'm going to dry this. Okay, I've changed my mind about what I'm putting on here. I'm not putting this, and I'm not putting just the blue circles, but I'm going to mix this with the blue circles, and we're going to use this for another project. So I'm going to glue those down. I actually like this. I like it a lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep working on it. Got the large Faber-Castell Pitt pens out. Inside this flower is some white writing. I think I'm gonna bring that back a little bit so it's a little darker. I'm gonna use my Posca pen. Right, so I went ahead and added some gloss on the flower and the circles. I could have used the matte medium to tone this down, but it also tones color down if I used it in here, and I didn't want to use it on that. I think I'm gonna go with this. Now, I do have more scraps that I created, so these have to go in the pink, and this one came out of the purple, so I'm just gonna put it back in the miscellaneous. And these, yeah, let's just put those in the browns. I'm gonna put that one in the browns too, just because I want to. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do today. Thank you for being here. I hope that you have a great whatever it is, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye. I always forget to tell you, the purple bag's empty. So another empty envelope.